Are you vegetarian or non-vegetarian? Watch this great video and discuss in the comments your views on vegetarianism versus non-vegetarianism. Ever stood at your kitchen counter wondering whether a bowl of lentil soup with greens or a plate of grilled salmon with sweet potatoes is the better choice to keep your body strong and mind sharp in your golden years? The foods you choose don't just fuel your day. They shape how you stroll through the park, share stories with your grandkids, or savor quiet moments with a good book. A 2023 study in The Lancet shows that a plant-rich vegan diet can slash the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes by 30%, while a non-vegan diet delivers high-quality protein and easily absorbed nutrients to maintain muscle and bone health. So which path is best for seniors? Today, we share an in-depth objective journey comparing vegan and non-vegan diets grounded in science and inspired by the world's longest living communities to help you find the eating style that nourishes your body, slows aging, and brings joy to every meal. Hit like and subscribe to Bond Senior Health now to join our community of seniors embracing vibrant health with simple, effective tips. Your support fuels our mission to deliver life-changing advice for you and your loved ones. At the end of this video, we'll gift you our free Bond Senior Health ebook collection, Healthy Vegetarian Recipes for Seniors, Senior Nutrition Handbook, Emergency First Aid Guide, Herbal Medicine Handbook. Now let's dive into today's guide. Should seniors eat vegan or non-vegan? Picture yourself sitting on a porch in Okinawa, Japan, where centenarians tend gardens, walk daily, and chat with friends, their faces glowing with vitality. Their plates are piled with sweet purple potatoes, tofu, and seaweed. Now travel to Sardinia, Italy, where equally spry elders savor fresh sardines, goat's milk cheese, and a glass of red wine. Both places are home to people living past 100 with remarkable health, yet their diets differ. So is a vegan or non-vegan diet better for seniors? To answer, we need to dive into the specific foods, how they nourish your body after 60 when digestion slows, muscles fade, and risks of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, or dementia rise. Exploring the vegan diet. Let's start with the vegan diet, a plant-focused way of eating that excludes animal meat, often including dairy or eggs in some variations. This isn't just a diet, it's a lifestyle embraced worldwide, from Vietnamese temple meals of tofu and greens to Okinawa's plant-heavy plates, where 85% of daily calories come from vegetables, grains, and legumes per a 2020 study in Journal of Gerontology. Imagine a vegan breakfast: half a cup of oatmeal cooked with a cup of unsweetened almond milk, topped with half a cup of fresh blueberries and a tablespoon of chia seeds. What does this simple meal do for you? Oatmeal delivers 4 grams of fiber and 3 grams of beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that lowers LDL cholesterol by 5 to 7%, shielding your heart from atherosclerosis per American Journal of Clinical Nutrition 2020. Blueberries packed with anthocyanin antioxidants reduce cognitive decline risk by 15%, keeping you sharp for chats with friends or recalling cherished memories per Neurology 2021. Chia seeds add 1.8 grams of omega-3 ALA and 5 grams of fiber-nourishing gut bacteria and cutting body-wide inflammation by 20 to 35%, a key aging driver per Gut 2021. This meal isn't just tasty, it's a powerful start to combat chronic diseases. For lunch, try a salad with 1 cup of kale, half a cup of lentils, a quarter of an avocado, and a tablespoon of olive oil. This vibrant plate offers 15 grams of protein, 12 grams of fiber, and polyphenols from olive oil, reducing LDL cholesterol by 10% per Journal of Lipid Research 2020. Kale with lutein antioxidants protects your eyes from macular degeneration, lowering risk by 25% per Ophthalmology 2020. Lentils provide iron and folate, supporting blood health and brain function, while avocado adds heart and skin-friendly monounsaturated fats. Dinner might feature a bowl of miso soup with 10 grams of dried seaweed, delivering 150 micrograms of iodine, 100% of your daily needs to keep your thyroid humming per NIH. Or savor half a cup of brown rice with half a cup of turmeric sautéed tofu and 1 cup of steamed zucchini, adding 20 grams of protein, 10 grams of fiber, and curcumin from turmeric, which reduces inflammation by 25% per Journal of Clinical Medicine 2022. The vegan diet shines for its ability to lower chronic disease risk. A 2023 Lancet study found vegans cut heart disease risk by 25 to 30%, thanks to high fiber, often hitting 30 to 40 grams daily, and minimal saturated fat, under 5% of calories, compared to 10 to 15% in non-vegan diets. A cup of lentils or spinach delivers 8 grams of fiber, aiding digestion, easing constipation, a common senior issue, and reducing body-wide inflammation. Plant antioxidants like lycopene in tomatoes or anthocyanins in berries protect cells from oxidative damage, slowing skin aging, reducing wrinkles, and keeping your mind sharp. For instance, 1 cup of cooked tomatoes daily lowers heart disease risk by 20% and skin cancer risk by 15% per Journal of Nutrition 2022. Vegans also reduce type 2 diabetes risk by 20% due to low glycemic plant foods like lentils with a GI of 30 per Diabetes Care 2021. For cancer, high fiber reduces colorectal cancer risk by 30% per The Lancet Oncology 2021. But veganism isn't without challenges, especially for seniors. After 60, you need 1.2 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily to combat sarcopenia muscle loss that rises 3 to 8% per decade per Gerontology 2021. Plant proteins from lentils or quinoa, while nutritious lack leucine, a key muscle-building amino acid compared to animal sources. Non-heme iron from plants like 3 milligrams in half a cup of lentils is absorbed at only 5 to 10%, risking anemia without vitamin C-rich foods like lemons or tomatoes, compared to 15 to 35% from meat per NIH. Vitamin B12, vital for brain health, is nearly absent in plants, and levels below 200 pC/ml increase cognitive decline risk by 20%, affecting 10 to 20% of unsupplemented vegans per Neurology 2020. Omega-3 ALA from chia or flax seeds converts to DHA and EPA, the potent forms protecting heart and brain, at just 5 to 10% efficiency compared to 2 grams of DHA EPA in 100 grams of salmon. Without fortified foods like B12, enriched plant milk, or supplements like algae-based omega-3, vegans may face deficiencies weakening muscles, bones, and cognitive health, hindering their anti-aging journey. The non-vegan diet power from animal foods. Now, let's explore the non-vegan diet, blending animal foods like fish, meat, eggs, and dairy with plants for diverse nutrition. This eating style is common across cultures, from Vietnamese meals of braised fish and boiled greens to Sardinian feasts of roasted sardines and whole grain bread. Picture a non-vegan breakfast: 1 boiled egg, a slice of whole grain toast, a quarter of an avocado, and half a cup of strawberries. That egg delivers 6 grams of high-quality protein, 100% of your daily B12 needs, and 125 milligrams of choline, supporting brain function to keep up with conversations or enjoy crossword puzzles per USDA. Whole grain toast and strawberries add 8 grams of fiber, easing digestion and preventing constipation, while avocado provides heart and skin-friendly monounsaturated fats, reducing heart disease risk per Journal of the American Heart Association 2022. For lunch, 100 grams of grilled salmon with 1 cup of garlic sautéed spinach and a clove of garlic is a stellar choice. Salmon offers 20 grams of protein, 2 grams of omega-3 DHA, EPA, and 100% of B12 needs, cutting heart disease risk by 15% and cognitive decline by 10% per Journal of the American Heart Association 2022. DHA, EPA from fish outperforms plant-based ALA, powerfully reducing inflammation and protecting heart and brain per Journal of Alzheimer's Disease 2021. Spinach adds 4 grams of fiber, and 40 milligrams of potassium and lutein, safeguarding eyes from macular degeneration per Ophthalmology 2020. Garlic with allicin antioxidants lowers heart disease risk by 10% and boosts immunity per Frontiers in Nutrition 2020. A mid-afternoon snack of a cup of low-fat milk provides 300 milligrams of calcium, 30% of daily needs, and vitamin D, reducing osteoporosis risk by 15% per Journal of Bone and Mineral Research 2021. If you enjoy meat, 100 grams of skinless chicken breast delivers 25 grams of protein and 1 milligram of heme iron, easily absorbed to combat anemia, especially in seniors prone to iron deficiency. These foods make the non-vegan diet a practical choice, offering high-quality protein and readily absorbed nutrients ideal when digestion weakens with age. But the non-vegan diet comes with risks to watch for. A 100-gram beefsteak, while rich in protein and 8 milligrams of heme iron, contains 5 grams of saturated fat, 25% of the daily limit, raising atherosclerosis risk if eaten regularly, per Circulation 2021. Red and processed meats like sausages or bacon high in sodium and nitrates increase colorectal cancer risk by 20% if exceeding 500 grams weekly, per The Lancet Oncology 21. A typical non-vegan meal like grilled beef with fries and minimal vegetables often provides only 10-15 grams of fiber daily, far below the recommended 25 to 30 grams, heightening risks of constipation, inflammation, and heart disease, per American Journal of Clinical Nutrition 2021. Protein-rich animal foods like beef or pork can burden digestion, causing bloating or discomfort in seniors, per Clinical Nutrition 2020. Without ample vegetables, fruits, and whole grains, a non-vegan diet may accelerate aging rather than slow it. Chronic disease rates, vegan versus non-vegan. So what does science say about chronic disease rates between these diets? Research consistently shows vegans have lower chronic disease rates, but this hinges on careful planning. Let's dive deeper so you can weigh the paths for yourself. For heart disease, a 2023 Lancet study found vegans reduce risk by 25 to 30% due to high fiber, often 30 to 40 grams daily, and low saturated fat, under 5% of calories versus 10 to 15% in non-vegan diets. A cup of lentils delivers 8 grams of fiber, aiding digestion, lowering LDL cholesterol, and protecting your heart, while 100 grams of salmon lacks fiber, requiring vegetables to compensate. Yet salmon's 2 grams of omega-3 DHA EPA cut heart disease risk by 15% more effectively than plant-based ALA from chia seeds, which converts at 5 to 10% per Circulation 2021. Non-vegans eating red meat daily, like 100 grams of beef, may increase atherosclerosis risk due to saturated fat, per Circulation 2021. For type 2 diabetes, vegans lower risk by 20% thanks to low glycemic plant foods like lentils with a GI of 30, stabilizing blood sugar, per Diabetes Care 2021. Non-vegan diets, pairing refined carbs like white bread or rice with meat, may raise insulin resistance risk due to saturated fat, per Diabetes Care 2021. However, fish and eggs in non-vegan diets provide protein and healthy fats, aiding blood sugar control if paired with vegetables. Regarding cancer, vegans cut colorectal cancer risk by 30% with 30 to 40 grams of daily fiber from legumes, vegetables, and grains, per The Lancet Oncology 2021. Red and processed meats increase risk by 20% if over 500 grams weekly. Yet non-vegan diets with fatty fish like sardines may reduce cancer risk via omega-3s, per Cancer Research 2021. For cognitive decline, vegans reduce dementia risk by 15 to 20% with antioxidants from berries, tomatoes, and kale, per Journal of Alzheimer's Disease 22. A cup of berries daily protects brain cells from oxidative stress. Non-vegans need fatty fish like 2 100-gram salmon servings weekly to match this with DHA EPA, more effective than plant ALA. B12 deficiency in unsupplemented vegans raises cognitive decline risk, per Neurology 2020, while non-vegans easily meet B12 needs with eggs or fish. For bone and joint health, vegan diets with kale and chia seeds reduce arthritis inflammation by 20% via fiber and micronutrients, per Arthritis Research and Therapy 2021. Dairy and fish in non-vegan diets provide easily absorbed calcium and vitamin D, cutting osteoporosis risk by 15%, per Journal of Bone and Mineral Research 2021. Excessive red meat increases joint inflammation due to saturated fat. Stories from Blue Zones and Real Life. In Okinawa, 102-year-old Ushi Okushima tends her garden daily, eating purple sweet potatoes, tofu, and seaweed, delivering 30 grams of fiber and antioxidants, keeping her heart strong and mind clear. In Sardinia, 100-year-old Giovanni Carias walks miles savoring fresh sardines and goat cheese rich in omega-3s and calcium supporting his muscles and bones. Both thrive, but Ushi's vegan diet lowers heart and cancer risk with fiber, while Giovanni's non-vegan diet provides easily absorbed protein and B12. Their stories show both diets can work if planned well. Which path suits you? So which diet should you choose? There's no one-size-fits-all answer, as your health needs preferences and lifestyle vary. If you're at high risk for heart disease, diabetes, or cancer, or want to improve digestion and reduce inflammation, a vegan diet is powerful, especially if you supplement B12, 2.4 mcg daily via pills or fortified plant milk, vitamin D, 1,000 IU daily, and algae-based DHA, EPA 200 300 milligrams daily. It suits those with robust digestion, no chewing issues, and willingness to plan diverse meals. If you're prone to anemia, muscle loss, or osteoporosis, or struggle to absorb plant nutrients due to weaker digestion, a non-vegan diet with fatty fish, eggs, and low-fat dairy is more practical. Prioritize salmon, 2 100-gram servings weekly, eggs 1 to 2 daily, and limit red meat to under 500 grams weekly to reduce heart and cancer risks. Pair with vegetables and whole grains for fiber. A balanced option is the flexitarian or semi-vegan diet, mostly plant-based, but occasionally including fish, eggs, or lean meat. A 2022 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study shows it reduces heart disease risk by 20% and cognitive decline by 15%, easily meeting protein, B12, and omega-3 needs. Picture a weak breakfast with oatmeal, berries, and chia seeds, lunch with salmon, spinach, and brown rice, dinner with lentil soup, tomatoes, and bok choy, and a snack of Greek yogurt with walnuts. This delivers 75 grams of protein, 40 grams of fiber, ample B12, omega-3s, and calcium, nourishing your body without stressing your heart or gut. Practical tips to start. No matter your choice, here are golden rules to optimize health. Get enough protein. Aim for 1.2 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 70-kilogram person, that's 84 to 140 grams from lentils, quinoa, fish, or eggs. Vegans combine legumes and grains. Non-vegans prioritize fish or eggs. High fiber reach, 25 to 30 grams daily from vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. A cup of spinach and half a cup of lentils provide 12 grams, aiding digestion and reducing inflammation. Healthy fats. Use olive oil. 1-2 tablespoons daily fatty fish, chia seeds, and walnuts to reduce inflammation and protect heart and brain. Limit saturated fat from red meat to under 7% of calories. Supplement nutrients. B12, 2.4 mcg. Daily vitamin D, 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily, and calcium 1-200 milligrams daily via fortified foods or pills per NIH. Eat variety. Include 5 vegetable types, 3 fruit types, and 2 legume or fish types weekly, like kale, tomatoes, lentils, sardines, and berries. Monitor health. Check blood levels regularly for cholesterol, B12, iron, and vitamin D, especially with chronic conditions like diabetes or hypertension. Consult a doctor or dietitian to personalize your diet. Start small. Try one vegan day. Weekly swap red meat for salmon or add a cup of greens per meal. Feel the difference in energy, digestion, and mood. History and philosophy. Vegan versus non-vegan. Veganism has deep roots from Buddhist temple meals in Vietnam, where tofu and greens symbolize purity, to Indian villages centering on lentils and vegetables. Traditional Vietnamese and Chinese medicine emphasize plants to balance yin-yang, cool the body, and cleanse the gut. Non-vegan diets reflect hunting and herding cultures common in the West and coastal blue zones like Sardinia, where fish and meat fuel physical labor. Modern science blends both. Plants reduce inflammation and chronic disease. Animal foods deliver bioavailable nutrients. Both philosophies hold value, but tailoring them to your body is key. Real-life stories. Meet Mai, a 72-year-old from Hanoi who switched to veganism 5 years ago after high cholesterol. She eats oatmeal, lentils, and kale, daily supplementing B12 with soy milk. Her cholesterol dropped 20%, and she walks 5 kilometers daily, teaching her grandkids math. Then there's Hung, a 68-year-old from Da Nang, choosing non-vegan with salmon, eggs, and chicken paired with greens. He maintains muscle with animal protein, no longer fatigued from anemia. Both thrive, but Mai needs supplements, while Hung limits red meat to protect his heart. Transition and application. To try veganism, start with 1 to 2 vegan days weekly using tofu lentils and B12 fortified plant milk. Add lemon to legume dishes to boost iron absorption. For non-vegan, replace red meat with salmon or sardines twice weekly, adding a cup of greens per meal. Read labels for low sodium, under 140 milligrams per serving, and no added sugar products. In Vietnam, vegan foods like tofu and greens are affordable, 10,000 to 20,000 VND per serving, but imported fatty fish cost more, 50,000, 100 to 100,000 VND/100. A flexitarian diet balances costs local vegetables, legumes, and occasional fish. Cultural and environmental impact. In Vietnam, veganism ties to Buddhist culture, offering peace and affordability with abundant market greens. Non-vegan diets shine in family feasts, but raise environmental concerns as red meat has a high carbon footprint per Nature Sustainability 2022. Flexitarian diets reduce environmental impact, aligning with modern trends. Your choice. Each diet has its light and shadow. Veganism is a lush garden nourishing heart and gut-slowing aging, but requires careful tending to avoid deficiencies. Non-veganism is a steadfast friend, powering muscles, bones, and brain, but demands moderation to avoid harm. Flexitarian eating bridges both, blending the best of each world. Which path will you choose? Listen to your body. Consider your health and experiment with small changes. A lentil salad, a meatless day, or grilled salmon this weekend. Your goal is a strong, body-sharp mind and joyful golden years. We're here to guide you on that journey. The Bond Senior Health Ebook collection is pinned in the description. Download now and share your feedback. Comment. Are you leaning toward vegan, non-vegan, or flexitarian? And what change will you try first? Hit like, share with parents or grandparents, and subscribe with the notification bell for more health tips. Remember, Bon, our companion, reminding us that a nourishing diet is the foundation for a strong body and joyful spirit. Let's make your 60s, 70s, and beyond your healthiest years. See you in the next video. Thank you.